Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. I have a message for you, and it is a reminder that you're the most powerful when you're the most you. And maybe in the past you were sabotaging yourself because you thought you were not as amazing as somebody else, but you finally recognized that you don't need to be the most amazing to be okay. But when you become okay with who you are, you will start to feel the most amazing no matter what, right? Which means that it's not about comparing ourselves with others. It's not about seeing others as amazing, as talented, as great and everything else, and then comparing ourselves with them. We'll never be okay if our approach to life and our awareness about ourselves will be on that kind of a level. Remember that the only person worth comparing yourself with is your old self, yourself from the yesterday. Compare yourself with your old self, and you will always see how much you've grown. Feel the growth and evolution you went through, and give a sense of gratitude to your heart for how far you've come. So, my friends, this is an important reminder for everyone who's feeling down or who's feeling a sense of, lack of worthiness. Sometimes we feel lack of self-worth when we may think about ourselves that we are not enough. Or sometimes we feel like we're unworthy of something because we think that we are not good enough. Or because we think that there's something wrong with us, or we think that we don't deserve what we have or what we want to have. And all those ideas may coming from our environment. Our minds are influenced by what we choose to observe and what we observe. So we truly need to pay attention to what we allow ourselves to perceive, because most often when people are scrolling on the phone all day long, we come across so many different information, so many different toxic stuff that can just poison our minds. And because each thought will awaken emotion, if there's so many information that may awaken some sadness, some fear, some worries, some anger, we may experience a sense of anxiety because there's too much of everything. And anxiety is coming from too many different emotions being active at the same time. And suddenly we don't know what to do with all of that, right? Like there's imbalanced energy present within our bodies and we need to do something with it. And the best thing we can do is actually take care of ourselves. Like, let go of the phone for a moment, of social media, of everything that's going on in the world, and take some time for yourself. Take your body for a walk, for a run, go into the nature, and remind yourself of how incredible you are for that ability that you can walk, or that you can do something that you choose to do, or that you can think and you can see and you can hear and you can feel and you can sense and observe your body, the senses that are allowing you to experience this reality. Most of the time, because we don't appreciate what we have, we use what we have for the things we don't even care about, right? Like when we're spending our free time with scrolling on the phone, observing people we don't even know, and then we start comparing ourselves with them. Who cares about that? Why would we do it at the first place? Because we don't have clarity over our priorities, right? And when we don't have clarity over priorities, we don't know what to do. And when we don't know what to do, we just do whatever. So I want to remind you to truly pay attention to what is important to you. What's important to you right at this stage of your life? Truly ask your heart, what's the most important thing for me right now? Because most people don't feel worthy of what they want to experience because they are so distracted. And when you ask yourself, what's the most important thing you really want right now? It can be something that you want to do, something that brings you joy. It can be any material thing. It can be a relationship. It can be a state of health. It can be a certain change that you want to experience in your life. Whatever it is, if those things are not on your priority list, you can wish them as much as you want, but if your actions are not reflecting your vision, your calling, your dreams, you will stay at wishing. And that is something that is really, really important, because when I'm looking at my life, I always ask myself, am I doing what is resonating with me the most? Like, are my actions a reflection of who I want to become? Is my, schedule a reflection of how I want to live my life? And when we start to look onto ourselves and what we do and how we do the things we do, we recognize that there is a space for improvement. And we can actually start investing our time and energy more wisely, right? And that there is that space for improvement in your life as well. Most probably, you can recognize that you can actually do a lot when it comes to uplifting your life, when it comes to experiencing more joy in your life. Most often, we just let ourselves to be distracted with everything that's going on, and then we forget about what's the most important at the first place. Sometimes it's the peace of mind. Are we taking care of that? Are your actions a reflection of the peace of mind? If no, do you even know what to do for the peace of mind? If no, well, you can grab a book about it, right? You can watch a video about it. You can learn more about it. And then you notice, well, knowledge is power, but only if I apply it. So we have so much of information truly present. Like, you can buy a book, you can go on YouTube, you can listen a podcast or whatever. You can learn anything you need to know. But you need to have clarity over what you want to know, what you need to know, right? And in order to have clarity over what you need to know and what you want to know, you need to have clarity over what is missing, what you're lacking, like what you need to learn, right? And to have that kind of a clarity, you need to stop distracting yourself so you can experience a greater sense of yourself, who you truly are, right? And sometimes it's enough if you just go outside into the nature, you quiet down your mind, and you get in tune with that inner voice that was always there calling you. But because of too many thoughts and too many external impulses of distractions, you were never been able to hear it. And that's why when you go to sleep, you lay down in your bed, you suddenly start experiencing so many thoughts and so many ideas and things and desires and visions about what you could do. But at the same time, you feel that guilt because you haven't even tried it yet. And most people feel bad because of that. And you see, we have that power to get our lives back into our hands, to take care of our responsibilities, but still at the same time to take care of how we choose to invest our free time, our free will, and to make greater choices, right? To uplift the level of awareness so we can recognize what is the most important thing and what are the things we truly care about, so we can invest more time and energy into it. So I hope any of that can be valuable for you right now. And I hope you can wake up to your greater you, to the greater degree of knowing yourself. Because the sense of self-worth will always arise from greater self-awareness and less of judging yourself. You know, when you observe yourself and you teach yourself to accept yourself rather than judge yourself, what it means? It means that you just feel yourself. You may look at yourself, you may look into the mirror, and you train yourself to not judge yourself, but rather accept yourself. It's okay if you feel like there's a space for improvement when it comes to the words you're using, the thoughts you're thinking, the actions you're taking, and choices you're making, and your daily habits and certain routines and rituals. There's always a space for improvement. But you don't need to seek an improvement when it comes to your physical self, like I don't like my face, I don't like my hair, I don't like this and that, whatever. What you can change, change if you wish to change it, right? But never focus on what you can't change, because that's what is draining your energy. It's okay if you don't like yourself right now because you know that you could lose some weight, right? Because you feel like your lifestyle is not the most healthy. It's okay if you're not okay about that. It just means that you feel inspired to make a positive change, and that will help you to uplift your life, and it's completely okay. So the message is that it's also okay to not be okay with yourself. That's the first step towards initiation of something greater, right? So the point is that you stop judging yourself. You can have that critical thinking about yourself, like, okay, I could truly do something about this. But then also do something about it. You know, make a plan, write a list. Okay, I will start working out. Okay, I will change my diet. And it's not enough to just know that. I will stay consistent for at least 30 days. And when we don't know where to start, we need to know, we need to learn. And acknowledging yourself with the right steps will empower yourself. So be eager to know, be curious to know, be driven for learning, right? Inspired for growth. And that's what's happening when we take responsibilities that we have back into our hands, when we stop waiting for changes to happen and we rather become the change that we wish to see, and we embody the version of ourselves that we want to become, and we accept all of ourselves, the good stuff, the bad stuff. We observe ourselves and we say, well, there is a space for improvement in any kind of an area that you find for yourself, and then you pay more attention to what can you do about it, and you start doing it, and you become consistent at it. And sometimes meeting the same-minded people or people that are doing the same things will help you to stay more consistent with that. That's why we have communities. And I'm sure here in this AttractPassion community you can find many people that are working on similar kind of a mission. So many people every single day. I see in the comment section people writing about changing their lives. How many people started to live much better lives because they've started taking care of themselves, of their mindsets, of their emotional awareness, becoming more vulnerable, so we can release the pain that is not serving us anymore, and we can become more grounded within that pure honest, authentic version of ourselves. So we stop faking something that we are not, and we embody more of who we truly are. So my friends, this is it for today. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Feel free to write in the comments what you are working on or what's your challenge right now. And who knows, maybe you will just inspire somebody or remind somebody that he or she is not alone in that process. So my friends, I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting. To everyone who needs some daily reminders, go and check out my Instagram page, AttractPassion, where you can find daily messages, and my other Instagram page, I Draw My Passion, where you can find my art gallery. See you there, my friends. Till next time, one love.